Yeah, and I have to look there that way or
Be comfortable. Or
okay,
wherever,
okay,
wherever you feel.
okay. Yeah, sure.
So, can you tell us about what are the latest developments at SECI's end for rooftop solar?
We see rooftop as a very big potential, in fact, game changer for solar capacity additions. Till now, more focus was on ground-based large megawatt size projects, grid connected solar power projects. Now we are shifting gear to promote rooftop. In fact, one of the biggest tender for 500 megawatt capacity is already there for residential and residential buildings, and we are looking with great interest for the success of that tender. And on the back of it, we have brought out another RFS for 1000 megawatt, which is essentially for government buildings. So I think we are trying to build up capacities in rooftop. So that's the.
And how has the response been for your tenders?
Yeah, it has been very good response in 500 megawatt, because we have to appreciate that till now capacities are limited which have been commissioned, and in that backdrop 500 megawatt is a very large capacity, and the one of the salient feature of the tender was that you are trying to develop the capacities in the market. That means you are trying to encourage new entrepreneurs, MSME players, and like that. So we got huge response. 132 players they bid for it, and finally 122 bidders were selected, and almost I think till now 370 megawatt capacity is allocated under that. So that's phenomenal. Yeah.
So, do you think there are some of the key challenges that industry is facing, and how is SECI as the apex body, resolving those challenges?
I would say one of the very important factor which has to have impact on development of rooftop is the willingness at the end of states to come forward to provide connectivity and to help setting up projects. So we are in touch with all the state governments. We are trying to talk to them that you please help. In fact, as I see that the role of SECI is to sensitize the market, various players, so that the various gaps can be filled which are there in policy and things like that. So we are talking to various state governments that it makes sense for you. You come forward and provide that environment of doing ease of business. So that's.
Are there any new upcoming big projects from SECI, big tenders coming on?
I think right now 1000 megawatt is already RFS is there, and bids are to be received, and so this is the big one. But apart from these tenders, the ground mounted is going on its own way, and very recently that 750 megawatt in Badla Solar Park, 2 parks, so that's already there. And apart from that, we are working with various states now, like Haryana, Chhattisgarh, UP, and of course the smaller states also like Himachal Pradesh, that some capacity could come. The advantage of solar, what I feel is that anybody can contribute to it. It's not that sensitive to resource that you need to have like wind and other sources. That's.
And what are your views on the residential rooftop space in terms of policies and support from SECI?
Yeah, the 500 megawatt has those provisions. There is one category that less than 25 kilowatt, and you have now the selected developers. Capacities are allocated to them, and we look with great interest to make it successful, because rooftop in residential buildings is really very challenging. At the same time, it's the key to success of rooftop. So I think that will happen. There is a lot of interest amongst the residential users, but now from the project developer side, some capacities have to be shown that they are doing a good projects, and their confidence building has to be there. Yeah.
You have a lot of these upcoming models for rooftop, Resco, OPEX. You think they're going to be the game changers for this?
I would feel that as far as concerned to the government policies, Resco is quite preferred model, though there would always be issues that how many rescue companies are there and what kind of comfort they get. I would like to mention one thing, that in case of this 1000 megawatt tender for government buildings, in order to ease that pressure of the PPA, what we have done is we got the PPA vetted from the Ministry of Law and Ministry of Finance and things like that, so that individually each of the ministry, they don't have to seek approval for the PPA. So I think those kind of issues need to be sorted out. But I think outside government schemes also, Rooftop is doing well, because for industrial users, it already makes sense. Everybody is paying more than 10 rupees or like that, so it makes a sense. So that's.
And we'll end with the last question. What can SECI bring more to the solar industry?
We are looking at consolidating, I would say, the demands and consolidation of market in a way. Plus some quality aspects we would like to touch upon, because that will go a long way in creating confidence level amongst the users.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwini Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.